The danger is that he's overplayed his hand, that he's made a big strategic blunder here. There's a real danger that we are about to see the repeat of a pattern that we've seen over the UK summer a lot in the last few years, which is this rising tension leading to an explosion of disorder and violence. The appalling case of the murder of a teenager in Southampton. His father gave this very powerful speech outside the court.
We do not want his death to be used to create further division, hatred or tension. We want his story to make our streets safer for everyone.
And into that steps Nigel Farage.
But I suggest the rest of us respond to this with pure, cold rage.
Now, Farage had kept very quiet while the trial was on because we have very strict laws in the UK about what you can and can't say when a trial is taking place. Elon Musk, on the other hand, was not constrained by those laws, and he has been busily tweeting all the way through the trial to tens of millions of followers about how the UK had been captured by migrants. And then Vance, the US Vice President, joined in as well. So all these politicians, ignoring the wishes of a murdered boy's father not to politicize this tragedy. And the inevitable conclusion of that was mob violence in Southampton. There was another incident on Monday in Belfast where there was an attempted murder on the street in Belfast. The suspect is a Sudanese man who entered the UK 3 years ago via Dublin and was granted refugee status. That then led to more violence in Belfast. Buses set on fire, cars set on fire, roads being blocked off. And so there is just this sense of sort of temperatures rising, of tensions rising as we move into the summer. You're in a world now, I fear, where truth is kind of irrelevant a lot of the time. At the point at which people say, oh, this is evidence of anti-white policing practices, if you come along and say, well, statistically, you're nearly 4 times more likely to be stopped and searched by police if you're black than if you are white. It doesn't matter. People aren't interested in being told those things because it contradicts how they feel. And how they feel is as important as the facts. Now, what is arguably true, however, is that the fear of being labeled racist may have caused a level of what you might call institutional paralysis. There have been cases where the fear of being accused of being racist has driven people to not intervene where they probably should have done. The political puzzle, though, is why Nigel Farage is doing this. Because as his party has gone up in the polls, he has tried to moderate his image and Reform's image, because to win an election, he needs to appeal to more moderate, more mainstream Conservative and Labour voters who will be turned off by associations with the far right. So why is he embracing this rhetoric about anti-white prejudice, calling for people to react with cold rage? The clue may lie in the Makerfield by-election. They are currently trailing Labour in the polls there because of a breakaway party called Restore, set up by an ex-Reform MP who he's fallen out with, Rupert Lowe, who's even further to the right. Restore is polling at 7%, and that would be enough for Reform to win if those voters went back to Reform. So Farage seems to have made a calculation that his only chance of winning that by-election is to lean in even further to the right, to appeal to these voters who've gone over to this other party to Restore. But the danger is that he's overplayed his hand, that he's made a big strategic blunder here.
Exploiting this tragedy to create grievance and division would be wrong in any circumstances, but to do it when the family are expressly saying, please don't, is unforgivable. It shows exactly who he is.
It's allowed his opponents to paint him as the extremist that he has spent many years pretending not to be, and put him in even more difficulty. And the danger is that it's not just him, it is Elon Musk, it is people like JD Vance, and it is lots of other people who should know better, who are stoking the fire. And then if we start to see disorder spread across towns and cities in the UK, they will be the first ones to say that the government is out of control and that they've been proved right, even though arguably they were the ones who triggered it in the first place.